everybody, it's Alexis. If you're new here, welcome. I like to craft, I like to make things, and I like to share all of my projects and my ideas with you guys. So this video was kind of unplanned. It's not anything special. This is just a project that I kind of wanted to do. Like a personal project, and I figured I would film it because my actually planned project kind of went wrong and I'm taking a break on it, so I figured I might just film what I'm doing. So I'm trying to make a vintage McCall's pattern from the 70s. It is M8257. Let me give you guys a little close up. I'm going to be trying to make C and D. My boyfriend actually helped me pick this out. So I've got some fabric here, this pretty pink floral, and I've got all my pieces finally cut out. It took a long time. It took like 3 days just because like the other 2 days I wasn't really feeling it. I was tired. Also, it really hurts my back sitting on the floor to cut out all my fabric and pattern pieces and everything. So I finally got that all cut, and I'm going to put some test fabric through my sewing machine to make sure I have decent settings, and then I can start going through the directions to try and figure out how to make the outfit. And I guess you guys can just come along for the ride. Okay, I found a setting that seems to work okay. So I'm gonna do the skirt first because it seems like it's probably gonna be the easiest, but I think I'm going to have to hem it like a lot. But sorry. So I've got the two front pieces of the skirt, and I'm sewing down along the side with the double notches, and there's my other skirt side, and I have it right sides together. So I'm just going to stitch all the way down, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to stitch these two together on the double notch side, and then do the same to that one, and then I'll open it up and stitch this single side to that single side, and this side to that side. So yeah, I'm nervous. Okay, I've got my skirt sewn up. All 4 panels are connected, and it's looking pretty big, but it is an elastic waist, so the waist will kind of scrunch and then it'll be all big and flowy. I did a medium for the skirt and the top, and the skirt I'm not really worried about because, like I said, it's an elastic waist, so I got to cut the elastic to however tight I wanted it. But the top I'm not really sure about. I went based on the measurements, so we'll see. But I have heard a lot of things about like the main 4 companies kind of like run a little bigger even when you make it based on your size. So we'll see. I don't know. My main thing was like I can always make something smaller, but I can't make it bigger, you know? So basically right now I'm about to make the tunnel for the elastic. So that's where I'm at right now. Okay, I finished the skirt, and now I'm just reading the directions for the top. I don't think I'm gonna do it tonight, but I will have something to do tomorrow, and hopefully it'll just take the day. We'll see. I'm back. It's the next day and I'm about to get to work on the top. So I'm tired today. We went and got coffee this morning, and when we got back, I spilled mine all over my side of the bed. So of course, I just immediately started crying. You know, as one usually does. So yeah, I had my pointless cry for the day. And now I'm just kind of... I just kind of want to have a chill day. I hope that this top goes good. But I'm nervous because it's not that it's complex, it's just a little bit more difficult to like read. But it's kind of overcast. It's sprinkling outside, so I like that. Let's see. And I don't know, I just hope that this goes okay because I really don't want to be on the verge of a mental breakdown trying to figure out this top. But we'll see. If anybody is curious, this is my piece 11 pinned to my piece 10. So I've got pins along the lines where I'm going to sew, and it's right sides together. So this is the wrong side that you see. So this is right side of 11 and then the right side of 10. So hopefully it goes good. Okay, this is what my top looks like right now. So I'm going to go get lunch and then I'll make the other side when I come back. So far, pretty easy. The toughest part was making this. Mine got like really weird at the end because I don't really think I understood the instructions. Because it says to ease the curved edge, stitch like a long stitch along the side. Finish with a 1 centimeter narrow hem, easing in fullness by pulling the thread ends along the curve. So I didn't really know what that meant. I tried to like pull the threads a little bit to give it more of like the pointed, but it ended up being like really hard to fold over the edge, so it ends up really weird. I don't care that it looks weird because, you know, you're gonna have it tied up anyways, so it doesn't matter if it's not straight. I'm not gonna worry about pressing it. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And I hope I did the pleat right. I think I did. Okay, it's the next day, and here's my progress. It looks crazy, but I've got the front shoulders of the tops sewn to the back, and today's next step is going to be sewing the sides together. And our last pattern piece that we have left is just the cape. So, a little rundown of my issues from yesterday. This little piece, the back armhole facing. So, I got a little confused with the directions. Like, the first sentence says, finish long unnotched edge of back armhole facing. And like, saying that now, I'm like, okay, I get what that means. But for some reason, like in the moment, I just couldn't understand. I was like, what? So I just went to the next sentence. I was like, with the right sides together, stitch the facing to the armhole. So I was like, okay, duh, let's do that. And then when I was done, I was like reading through the rest of the directions, and I was like, it never says anywhere in here like how to like finish off the edges. Like it's just gonna be like the raw like fraying. I'm like, oh, that's what the first sentence was trying to tell me to do. Like, so it was already sewn on, and I was like, okay, maybe I can just sew it. I tried to double it over, but because this is like a curved piece and it was already sewn to something else, it was just a little too hard to do that. So I just ended up folding it over once and doing a zigzag stitch. So hopefully that's good enough for, I don't know. That's just what happened. That's what I did. It was a oopsie, okay? And the other thing was I did the darts on the back. So I hope I did those right. They look okay. I'm not like scared of darts or anything. I understand them. It's just, it's kind of hard to line them up right. I've never really, you know, thought about that, but it's kind of hard. So, yeah, it's looking okay. I just hope that's gonna fit me, because I did go with the medium, but that's what my measurements were. So we'll see. I'm gonna get to work sewing the side seams, and then I have to hem it, and we move on to the cape. So yeah. Okay everyone, I think we have reached the end of the video. I know this one was a little odd. It wasn't really a tutorial or like a sew with me or anything. It was just kind of me documenting kind of how this was going for me. This was like the first time I've ever bought and actually sewn like a packet sewing pattern. So that was kind of scary at first, but once I had everything cut out and I was just taking my time, it actually really was not that hard for me to understand. So I was actually pretty surprised about that. My only thing about this whole outfit, I like the top. I actually think it looks really cute. The skirt, I'm not a huge fan of. It was cut in 4 pieces, so you sew 2 of them together for a front and then 2 of them together for a back, and then you sewed the side seams. So I'm just not really a fan of like the seam going straight down the middle. I wear it to where there's 2 seams at the front, just so that maybe it kind of like muddles it up a little bit, but I'm not a fan of that part. And maybe if you had the fabric, I would do like a double lining if you're using something on the thinner side like I was, because it's not like entirely see-through. It's just that when it's doubled up, it has that really nice, like, makes the color pop and it's easier to see. So if you're using a thinner material, and see, that's the only problem, is that would be a lot more fabric to use. So I guess my main thing is that I would not use the skirt pattern again. If I ever did this, I maybe would use some other skirt pattern. But the top was really fun and I really liked the way it looks. My biggest issue with the top was just finishing the seams around the cape. Because it's curved, I kind of just kept getting like my folding off, and it would end up kind of like, you can see it's like a little crooked right here, the way it's like folded on top of each other. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But I guess it just kind of kept getting off, so I kind of had to rework that a couple times. But like when you're wearing it and it's very like flowy and it's all like folded on top of each other, you really can't see that. So I'm fine with the way it turned out, and I think it turned out really cute. I don't think I really learned anything new technique-wise other than reading the pattern and being able to visualize what it's saying. But even that for me was a really big step. And fit-wise, I am glad that I went with the medium. So I would say if you're doing this pattern, I would just go with the recommended sizing. I was worried for a little bit it would be too big, but I think it fits good and I have enough room that I can tie it as tight as I want. So yeah, overall, this was a success. It got me out of my little rut and my mishap that I had with my other project, which I'll be returning to after this video. So yeah, I hope you guys maybe enjoyed watching this randomness, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!